Let's start it off here, though, because I thought this was interesting after listening to a phenomenal interview with Rome Odunze over on the Chicago Bears podcast. Rome Odunze with some high hopes on the season. He's setting a bold season goal for himself. He talked about he said a couple different things. The number one thing that I think stood out was he said that his minimum goal was a 1,000-yard season, of course. Basically saying that's the floor. The goal is to hit the ceiling here. What can that ceiling be for Rome Odunze? That's something we'll talk about today. But I mean, I also thought he said that he wants to be exciting. And I thought that was interesting. He said, when you think about great wide receivers, what do you think about? How exciting they are, the exciting plays that they can go out there and make. And that's the one thing that I think Rome has the capability to do. A lot of exciting plays. I mean, I think we kind of forget how good some of the plays Rome Odunze made last season were. Like all right, let me just hold my toes here, and as I'm falling out of bounds, catch this football catch to keep a drive going. We saw that a couple of times from Rome.
Body balance.
Of course, he was a go up and get it kind of guy on the offensive side of the football. Like there was a lot of that excitement, but I love the fact that at a minimum, he's talking about being exciting and being a 1,000+ yard receiver when you set your minimum goal at 1,000 yards. And I think that to me is Rome Odunze realizing, look, we don't live in an NFL anymore where 1,000 is great. That's 50, whatever it is, 52.5 receiving yards a game. If I got a wide receiver coming out with 52.5 receiving yards a game, that should be my third wide receiver.
True.
That's what you hope. That's why you're seeing so many 1,000-yard receivers, 17 games. I love the fact that he's like, my minimum is 1,000 yards, but this is where I need to get to.
No, that's a fact. True, because I mean, if you're looking at his rookie season stats, he literally almost got to 1,000 in a I wouldn't say it was a lackluster season overall for the receivers. I would say he did a good job personally. Like he kind of held his own personally. But he had 734 yards. And so if you're talking about just getting maybe 260 more yards, then yeah, that's easily attainable. 54 or 50, whatever you said, average per game. If you're talking about him being an exciting receiver, that's one explosive play right there. That's one Hail Mary down the field, per game, and that's what I think he is capable of. If he says he wants to be an exciting receiver, and of course, yeah, you look at the film of some of the greats, you look at the film of some of the top receivers, they have some amazing plays. They have that one-handed catches. They have the down-the-field throws. They have the multiple touchdowns. I mean, he needs to build off of his rookie season. He only had 3, but I think that just comes with more chemistry, more time with Caleb, which I think their chemistry built over the course of the season. It was built up. You saw Caleb go to him in those crunch moments. A lot of people said that he was the 4th down guy that he went to. So when it came down to the last throw to try and get the Bears down the field, that's who he went to. And he caught, I caught it. So like, hey, so at the same time, I feel like he can be what he says he can be. At the very least, 1,000 yards. Yes, that's easily attainable, especially now that you have Keenan Allen out of the way. Even though you brought in Olamide Zacchaeus. Yeah.
The book of Zacchaeus.
Okay, right. I feel like now's your time to show, hey, I'm wide receiver 2. Heck, you could even challenge DJ from wide receiver 1. That's your ceiling right there. And so for me, I feel like, yes, those are all easily attainable expectations from Rome. I think he should go in thinking that he'll have a really good season.
And you know what? I think the conversation you got to have too is, as much as we look at Caleb Williams last year and go, oh God, 68 sacks, look at that, right on the forehead. I mean, you got to be careful out here, Caleb. Hey, it's getting ugly, buddy.
Oh, yeah, he didn't help.
Got your back out there, man.
Shut up.
Right? As much as we hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review, y'all know what to do. As much as we want to sit there and give Caleb that same, cushion, if you will, or that same grace period. Rome Odunze got 750 yards. What was the offense? Rome Odunze got 750 yards in his first NFL season. He also had 3 offensive coordinators. He also had 2 head coaches. He also had, if we're being real, multiple wide receiver coaches, right? Because Chris Brady got a promotion. So like Rome Odunze and DJ Moore and all these guys, they all went through that same process that Caleb Williams did. And you saw that level of production out of Rome last season. The one thing that, of course, you want him to improve upon, I think, is the 50-50 balls. Didn't catch the ball at a high rate. But again, I often say this, right? Like, and AJ Brown talked about this with some of the young receivers that are on that have been on his team as well. It's very difficult to not get the ball the entire game. And then when the game is on the line, hey, let me throw this to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's coming from one of the best to ever do it. Now, I understand, right? Like he was talking about it with Gilly when he was bringing it up, and he was like, Gilly was like, listen, if you ain't caught a ball all day and all you did is catch the ball your whole life, you should be ready to catch the ball, which I do agree with, but it is something difficult. It's almost on par with you don't get a jump shot the whole game. Now I'm gonna kick it to you for the game winning jump shot, right? Like that's not a great situation for you to be in. And I think that's what Rome had to deal with a lot last season. There was a lot of times where the focus was on Keenan Allen, was on DJ Moore. And Rome kind of got himself involved in that later on down the line when you started seeing guys get banged up and different things like that. So I think that Rome aiming high this season and having an understanding on, hey, this offense is going to benefit me too. This is not Chris Beatty back here, who Chris Beatty is probably one of the best coaches the Bears actually had. But this is Antoine Randall back here. This is Ben Johnson scheming me up for this offense here. Like, this is going to be a different situation. I love the fact that even when Ben was talking about it at the owners meeting, dog, like, remember he was like, listen, we can get Rome some time in the slot if we need to, and look how impactful he can be.
Yeah. Take advantage of some of those matchups. I totally agree. And that's another reason why I think you should come into the season, or he should come into the season with confidence, is, again, the coaching staff has improved in our opinion. We know that it's a new coaching staff, but you mentioned some of the names that he's going to be, mentored by, that he's going to be developed by. And then too, when you all had the interview with him, great interview, by the way, like he was coming off of working out. So another reason why, hey, look, like the off season is the time for a player to get better and better in their craft, right? And so that's another reason why, a person may have confidence. How much work have you put into your craft, when nobody's watching you? That's part of the progress that you think a player can make. And
so behind the scenes, right? This a little BTS content that you don't get when you're on the podcast. We kind of gave it to you. It was like, oh, if you get this podcast a little late, it's because Rome was getting an extra set in. No, so we were supposed to interview with Rome at, I believe it was 11 o'clock interview, but they told us be in there at 10:50 because he might, get done with his workout early, whatever it is. You want to be ready. So we get in there at about 10:45 probably. The interview with Rome didn't start until 11:50.
An hour later.
Because he was getting extra reps in. And a lot of people may look at that as, oh, he should have been there on time. It's disrespectful, blah, blah, blah. We're trying to get his time, right? So it's not, we're trying to get him when we can get him. And me and J-Mac are sitting there the whole time. We're like, yo, like, he must be getting some extra sets in. He, like, hey, like, and the Bears PR lady would come back. She was like, I'm sorry. He's shout out to Allie. He's coming, but he's got to finish out this, and then he's got this to do. And I'm like, let him take all the time he needs. And me and J-Mac were just sitting there like, take as much time as you need, Rome. Do not worry about this. We will get this podcast in. We have cleared our schedules because we want you to get the extra work in. We want you to get the extra reps in. Hey, I need this month. I think he said he was working on cardio and something else that day. I'm like, love to hear, brother. Hey, whenever you can get it, 3:30 tomorrow, I got you. Let's do it. Like, but it was good to hear that, right? Like, he's focused and his mind is in the right place, and he's not shortcutting it for media availabilities. He's not shortcutting it for podcasts. Hint at some of the things that we saw last season, right? Like, I love all the information that we get from these guys, but are you cutting out the work to provide the information? right? Everybody's got a podcast. I keep saying this, right? You don't see a lot of great teams that are championship winning teams with podcasts. It's really just the one.
Yeah.
And he's an all-time great. He might be the greatest tight end of all time. And he's the only one that's got a podcast. Oh, by the way, on that podcast, they barely talk football.
Barely. That's hilarious.
So I just think that like the focus where the Bears are at, it feels like it's going to be different this season, and I'm excited
It
to hear
does.
that from Rome.
Yeah. I'm excited just because I feel like you're going to see the natural progression of him and Caleb. Again, it is going to be an exciting season. The fact that you're saying, because I mean, they even had that expectation in the rookie season. I think DJ Keenan and Rome all said we're going to be racing to 1,000, I believe, before the season started, and none of them got there. It was just an abysmal season. So
Nobody finished the race.
Nobody finished the race. I think DJ just came up just a little short. He was like crawling to the finish line with like 900 plus
DJ
yards.
Moore did DJ
he had like
Moore
9? No, he had like right under 1,000. I think it was 9 something. If I'm not correct, it was like
966.
966. He was, what is it, 34 away? Oh boy, 34 more yards, just crawl. But no, I think both of these guys, if we're talking just about them as a tandem, I think they're going to be special this year, just because everybody is really committed to putting in the work. Again, and that goes back to the chemistry that you have with your quarterback. That also goes back to the standard that's being set by your coach.
Yeah,
like he's going to expect a lot out of these guys, and I think they're on board with expecting a lot out of themselves and taking accountability for their work. So, looking forward to it.
Is this a season where, because I'm not gonna lie, and this may sound crazy because of the guy that got paid, right? But I expect Rome Odunze to become the number one.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that shouldn't be a crazy statement. Like, this is a season for me where if I'm looking at Rome, I'm expecting him to be the Jamar Chase of this team. I'm not looking at DJ to be that. I think DJ can be a great wide receiver. Listen, the Bengals are a great example because they got 3 great wide receivers still. Well, they got 2. Tyler Boyd not there no more, but
DJ can be a T Higgins type.
But it's right. Like DJ Moore can be a T Higgins type, although I guess Rome kind of more built like T. But but
true.
To me, the focus is, if I picked you 10th overall, you're supposed to be that guy. No disrespect to DJ, no disrespect to the game I think he's a phenomenal wide receiver. But like I expect that relationship with Caleb and Rome to almost make DJ more expendable, which is the perfect situation because we don't have to have you, but it makes our team that much better for us to have you. And I think that's the best place for the Bears to be operating from.
I think you mentioned it too. You're comparing him to the likes of like the receiving core in Cincinnati. And for me, it's just the measurables, right? You're looking at the potential of a Rome Odunze at 6'3", 250 pounds. Who was the guy that I can't remember who they said that. Somebody said that he is unlike any other receiver. So if you compare him to
TJ
Houshmandzadeh, thank you. He said he's not like Larry Fitzgerald because he's a little faster. He's not like this person because he's a little bit taller.
Yeah,
he's a little bit strong. So he's his own prototype in a sense. Like he has the measurables to be really, really good. If he puts it all together. And so, yeah, I definitely could see him taking over the number 1 spot. And there's nothing wrong with saying that because now you have a special receiving core.
You know what's funny about him? I told him this in the interview too. I was like, the funniest thing that I hear attached to Rome's name is that Rome is not fast. It cracks me up.
Was he 4.46?
He ended up running a 4. I think he ran a 4.5, right?
4.5? Oh, okay.
It wasn't great. Maybe it was a 4.4, but it wasn't great.
Let me see. Yeah.
F that 40 time.
Just say.
Bro, when I tell you, first off, you can look at an entire season of Rome Odunze just running past DBs. But
yeah, exactly.
You can look at an entire season of him running past DB. Bro, seeing that man in person, it's like a gazelle stride. It's
4,
like
4, 5.
it's like when you watch old Torrey Holt clips. You know what I mean? It's like watching
like
old
that.
Marshall Falk running clips where it's just like, it don't look fast, but no one's catching him.
But he's getting ground. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like Rome be moving, dog.
Yeah,
and it's not. And I take that over what Isaiah Pacheco be doing. Just
the Flintstones run.
Where are you going?
I love the way Pacheco. Side note, I do love the way Pacheco runs. He runs like somebody took his lunch money, but he gets nowhere. He gets nowhere.
I don't love the way Pacheco runs. Pacheco runs like you shouldn't confuse activity with accomplishment. That's how he runs. I hate how
maximum effort.
Must be like, look at the effort he's giving. I was like, he's not doing nothing. There's that guy in construction that's always moving, but nothing is. Oh, hey, I lift that. Hold on now. Hey, now, turn right. Up. Hey, great job, baby. Great job. Meanwhile, you sweating and did all the work.
I've seen that give so many times. A guy that he puts his hand on nothing, but he's got like everybody's moving tile and brick and mortar and stuff. He's just. Oh,
that gift. I've seen that in real life, dog. I had to stop. I told everybody, I was like, hey, hold on. Hey, pick something up, bro. You're not slick.
What are you doing? We all getting paid for this
that
work.
must be irritating, bro. Hey, if you blue collar out there, if you on a construction site right now, hit that like button for that guy.
You know, I didn't experience that. I didn't experience that.
Hit that like button. The dude that's activity over accomplishment, dog.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Hey, before we